On today's episode of American Truck Simulator, join me as we jump behind the wheel of this Freightliner FLB and take a load of nuts in doubles all the way up to Logan from here in Price. Let's go ahead, let's roll that intro and get right into it. Alright, haulers. Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. So, yet again, we are in a cab over. Obviously, this one's been tuned custom to my liking. I'm going to jump in the outside view. I don't ever do this in my videos. I always stay in first person because I prefer the immersion of it and just that sort of thing. But this truck is gorgeous. Like, you all know, like, I'm not a huge cab over guy. And I don't know how I missed this, because this has been on the workshop for a while. And if you're interested in this truck, you can find my collection down in the description. It has all the mods that I use for everything. And this thing is just like, I don't know what it is about this, but I went for like a clean build, like custom, but, you know, very just tip-top. And I gotta say, I love it. And you can see I've got the 3 lights there on the airbox. I've got the dual exhaust, the wing. Like, I love the lights on the mirror. The one thing, the Cat trucks, Caterpillar started doing that, where they put lights. I don't know if it was Caterpillar first, I think International might do it too, where they put a vertical strip of lights on the mirrors. I love that. I don't know why, I just love that. This is like more of a retro mod style truck, if you ask me, because of the lights. But yeah, this truck is gorgeous, so I just wanted to show you guys that real quick before we get rolling. But let's jump in and hear the beautiful engine in this thing. So now we're in the cab, we'll go ahead and we're going to turn it on. Listen to it. Now, I don't fully understand how the transmission in this truck works, if I'm honest. I don't know. I am going to have to put on my overlays because I do not have GPS or nothing. I think I can actually get GPS for this truck, but we're just going to roll with the standard thing in the middle. If you'd like to see another episode of this truck, I'm more than okay with doing that. I'm probably going to be doing some driving in this over on my streams, which we'll talk about more in a little bit. But let's go ahead, let's just get out on the road real quick so we can actually get talking about stuff. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to roll down the windows, and we're going to listen to the engine for just a second as I get rolling, because I really, like, I want to experience just the best of what this new sound engine has to offer, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. But like I said, I don't understand this transmission, so do bear with me, because so it says C1, C2, and then up. I thought it was a 12-speed. It seems to have 16 gears. I don't know. We'll see how this goes and see where we get. So do forgive me. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll the windows down. And I will turn it down in post. So obviously, I'm probably going to start speaking louder now because it is so much louder. SCS does still need to work on that a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get rolling here. Oh, I love the engine in this thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll the windows up just because we are getting out here on the road, and it is going to get very loud here in a second. Now, I will say this. The one thing, let's see here. I can't actually see that side. I want to actually get out on the road before I go too much further. Actually, I think we're good. Whoops. And see, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now we're on the road. The other thing, too, is I never haul doubles. I always try and shy away from them. I'm going to see here. 12, maybe. It's going to take me some time to kind of adjust how the transmission is in this thing. I do feel like I'm sitting kind of high. I almost want to pull over and try and adjust the seat down a little bit. It feels like you're very high, but in theory, that kind of helps with visibility, I would imagine. We'll see. Jake brake? Oh, I love that so much. Obviously, it's probably not the best sound. Anyone who's actually driven a truck will probably have other things to say about it, but personally, I love that so much. I mean, I was never a cab over guy, but dude, this truck is gorgeous. You guys definitely, like, if you don't like cab overs, try this truck. Just try it for me. That's all I ask. What was that? I just got slammed into. God damn it. Brakes are a thing, dude. You know that, right? Oops. Screwed me all up. Well, there you go. It's not very often I have an accident in here, and there it was. I made a comment on one of my streams about that, and so that was karma getting me right there. That sucks. And the one thing I will mention too, not only are these doubles that I usually don't haul, these are my doubles. So I'm gonna have to park these. Also, look at that Amtrak train going by. I love that. I can't wait to see Idaho and stuff, and like cruise through Idaho with all the new stuff they're gonna add in, because it's gonna offer so much diversity. And I will say this, they just recently released a thing about them working on Vegas. They did a whole revamp on Vegas, and it looks amazing. I will say this, the thing that I'm excited for the most out of that update is that they finally added in the gas pumps that are on both sides. Also, I realize I'm going way too slow right now. I need to be speeding up. But not only did they add in the gas pumps, they added in, it seems like they've made it so every single slot that you park in, you can actually fuel up at. So if you watch me on stream, one of the issues I end up running into a lot of time when I am trucking, I don't always truck, I just want to say that real quick too. But when I am trucking, is that I'll pull into a spot to fuel up and there's no fuel there. I use one of the mods that hides your icons because I like the immersion of it. Normally I have GPS in the truck, so I usually have, you know, the overlays off and stuff like that because I just prefer that. But I always end up pulling into a spot where that's not a thing. Trying to remember how to shift this thing. Seems like they're gonna let me over. God, this thing drives nice. It does feel like you're sitting really up high. Like it feels... I bet driving this thing must be very strange compared to like a normal truck. Listen to it purr, dude. I love that. Whoops. Till I blow it. Destroy the engine. Try and get up and go here. Listen to her rip for a second. God, that sounds so good. I love the deep throaty rumble that these trucks have, but yeah, so it looks like they're adding in that finally, so we will be getting support for that, for every single pump having that. Like, they're going to organize the truck stops a little nicer. Huge thing for me. That's been one of my biggest complaints as of late, because they've really started going through and knocking out a bunch of stuff that the community's been like, hey, we need this worked on. And it's really nice to see them going through and revamping places like Vegas and that sort of thing. I mentioned this to someone I was talking to this about. I would love to see them go back through places like LA and that sort of thing, because I really feel like they didn't fully capture the feeling of those areas. It looks to me like Vegas is completely different in this new version they're going to be releasing, so that'll be interesting to see. Just keep slowing down here. Probably would have made sense for me to be in the right lane. I'm gonna have to micromanage my shifting a little bit here, so I also have to make sure how this thing steers because it's such a short wheelbase. I'm used to driving the massive stretched frame Peterbilt, so this is a little interesting for me. Oh, that thing sounds so good. I love this truck so much. I will say this, there's another thing going on. So obviously, if you play ETS2, there's the Genoa event right now, which is around building the bridge in Italy. We did all of my trips on stream. I will say this, I was a little disappointed because the trips were a little shorter, but it made it really nice, actually, if I'm honest. Like, a lot of times, the trips can be pretty long, so it's pretty tedious doing, like, it's what, 12, I think? That you usually have to do. So it was nice, and they actually split it up over 2 areas. So some places would receive cargo, some places would only give cargo, that sort of a thing. and it was nice to see them add a level of complexity to it that we've not had so far. So shout out to SES. And I do want to say this too, there's going to be a little bit of bias here. I actually posted my pictures from all of that on stream. I gotta get over. I'm gonna have to stop talking for a second so I don't kill anybody, because I need to move over. But I actually posted a tweet that had a bunch of my pictures in it from the Genoa event, and suddenly my phone started going off. I could not figure out what was going on. SES liked and retweeted that tweet, and so obviously I suddenly had a lot of notifications coming in from everyone liking the pictures and stuff, so that honestly made my day. I was kind of dreading some stuff today, so shout out to SES. That was really, really cool of them. And again, shout out to them too for, like, they knocked it out of the park with this event, if you ask me. Like, it was genuinely fun. The last one that I, like, thoroughly enjoyed was Big Sur. Like, Big Sur was a good one too. Try and make sure I'm actually shifting here, because I keep forgetting I have to do that. But yeah, that event was a lot of fun. And like I said, I do all this stuff over on my streams. I usually, if I can, I try to make a video during the event. So like during the present delivery that we had over the winter, I did my Lone Star video doing that in the winter. Crashed my truck. That was fun. Go check that out. And well, actually, that's what I get too. I was just saying, like, I don't crash very often. I don't remember the last time I had, like, a proper thing like that. Like, I've never been rear-ended in this game that badly. Can you let me over, bud? Thank you. And this is actually a contract, so I cannot do 70. So I'm just going to be putting her down as fast as I can. I wanted to move over because I thought this was going to go down to 2 lanes. I stand corrected. So there's actually 16 gears to this transmission. I don't know if there's more. There might be 18, and I don't know it. I cannot reach the next gears up because I have a 6-speed shifter. That's actually a lot of people too. Like, so I have the G920 wheel. That's how I do all of my driving and stuff. And a lot of people seem to really dislike Logitech. Oh, a little bit of frame drop there, so I do apologize. But honestly, like, this wheel has done so much. Like, it's been perfect for me for a long time, and I really like this shifter pattern. Goodness. I think, I want to say Thrustmaster, like, theirs is 7 slots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then to go into reverse is actually forward and up, which I guess is like normal, like that's how you do it. I like on the 920 shifters, like the G29 and 920 shifters, where reverse is all the way to the right, and you push down and into the 6th slot, and that puts you in reverse, or at least that's how I have mine mapped out. I know some people probably do it the opposite, where they have all the way to the left and then forward, where first would be for me would be their reverse or stuff like that. But that's just personally how I like rolling with things. So I'm kind of debating, like, obviously at some point I'm going to be upgrading my shifter and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to go with, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Obviously, like, purely suggestions, like, I'm not going to see someone and be like, oh, okay, that's for sure what I'm getting, because they like it. Like, I'm going to think about it and do that. And I apologize, too. I probably sound a little bit stuffy or, like, not right. Oh, well, I never sound all right. There's something wrong with me. But allergies or something is kicking my rear end. I don't know what it is, but every time I've gone to go, like, try recording or stuff, it's taken me so long because I've been, like, coughing up a storm or sneezing fits like crazy. Like, for me, a sneezing fit is like 6 or 7 in a row, and it hurts after a while. It's just obnoxious. It makes it really, really hard to stream because I'll be sitting here driving. Thankfully, I haven't actually had one on stream. I say that now, which is horrible to say because God knows it's going to happen now, but at least with recording and streaming, like, I've had it happen while I've been recording and I've had to re-record a video, like, nearly wreck my truck because I just lose all control in the middle of a curvy, like, road that I can't be not focused on. It's like, I always still handle it, but it's just, I'm all over the road. It just messes up the video. It's like, oh my God. But yeah, geez, I'm in a blabbery. I'm like all over the place today, talking about all kinds of things. I'm just like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this drive. Like, I think I actually drove this way last time I recorded. I don't know. We started in Price, just because it's where one of my garages is. I'm actually, so I have 2 profiles. One of my profiles is actually like fully done. Like, it's money's not an issue. This one's my newer one where money is still an issue, so I still have to worry about it. but I felt like jumping in here and doing some more exploration and driving. Actually, I don't have to move over. Also, again, I apologize for the frame drops. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a thing lately. I think I just need to work on getting a new computer. And since we're on that topic, I quickly want to give a massive shout out and a huge, huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. I say that, and there's a freaking accident. That's the worst timing. We'll just make it by real quick, and then I will return to what I was saying. But yeah, like I was trying to say before, I quickly want to give a massive shout out and a huge, huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. And that includes WX Squint, Tan_Man1, Eric O'Neill, Ironman32420, and Sovitoon. The support that I get on there it makes a significant difference. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a post on there. It's gonna be patron only, so it's gonna be for that if you want to see kind of breaking down what the costs of everything I do and like stuff like that, so you guys can see what I put into it, if that you know, clarifies some of it, or if you're ever interested in that sort of thing. Oh crap, I picked like the worst time to do this because now everything's starting to like shiz. Yeah, and then that happens. What are you doing? What? I saw him start to move over last second. It caught me. What just happened? Okay, see, this is why Yep. Flashback to when I talked crap on the AI, always giving Jeff Favignano problems, and now Karma's getting me, and I don't like it. Actually, so you can see here, there's no icon here because I used that mod, so that gives you an idea what I was talking about. Clearly, we're on a roll today, as I miss my shift. Try and get back out here on the road without killing anybody. We'll throw our headlights on because it's getting pretty late. Actually, I might be able to just stay in this lane. Alright, yeah, we're good. Yeah, that went all to hell, but yeah, like I was saying, like a huge, huge thank you to them. The support that I get on Patreon, like it does genuinely make a difference. And especially too, lately we've had insane support like over on Twitch too. I mean, I want to mention this real quick. We hit 100 subs. So one of the things with Twitch, let me not kill anybody here. I am on a roll today. Come on, baby. Ah, we get a light. That's okay. Enjoy it. And there's the voice crack. I can't get away from it. We'll enjoy the jigs for a second. I can't see the lights very well. That's going to be an issue. I also just lost my train of thought. Oh, we've had insane amounts of support over on Twitch. One of the things with Twitch is if you get a certain amount of subscribers, you unlock more emote slots. At least to an extent. I'm rolling backwards. That's not good. And I set my goal at 36 because we were nearly there. And we've been working on that. Whole community has been really, really awesome and like supportive of that and that sort of a thing. Out of nowhere, a few people came in and we went from not only blowing past the goal of 36, we ended up at 133. Actually, it was 134. So shout out to you guys. You know who you are. I appreciate all the support over on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/LonghaulerGMG if you're interested. Streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday right now. I used to stream Sundays. I am going to be streaming this Sunday. That's actually something I wanted to mention. I don't know if it's still happening for me. I want to, but it's reliant on other people. But I'm hoping that I can partake in the 24-hour of Le Mans race on iRacing. I've never done an event like that. Never done endurance racing like that. That's the thing that I like doing when it comes to racing. So hopefully we'll be able to do more of that. And for those that don't know, if you watch my YouTube content but you don't really follow me anywhere else, which you should, you can find me on Twitter, LonghaulerGMG, or join the Discord, hang out with the crew. It's always active, always some sort of shenanigans going on in there. No one can hold a sleep schedule, apparently. That's the current issue we're dealing with. But, most of you guys that have followed me, I think I mentioned it before, at one point I was driving with the Outcast iRacing League group. As of now, I'm no longer racing with them. They're focusing more on oval and that sort of a thing. And personally, I'm a road course guy, so it doesn't really fit with what I want to do. Like, I loved learning about oval, had a lot of fun, had some really cool finishes, some really good racing. But it's just not what I'm looking for right now, so at least as of now, I'm not racing with them anymore. I'm still friends with most of them. That hasn't changed, so most of the guys, I joined them because most of them I drive with on the convoys, which, again, there's another cool thing. Shout out to Truckers MP, they finally got updated, and that means hopefully this weekend we will be doing a convoy in 1.37, which hopefully means I finally get to drive my Mac over in multiplayer, which I cannot wait for. That is going to be awesome. Like, that's going to be so good, driving with the boys and the Mac, just enjoying it. It's going to be so good. But yeah, looks like we're coming up to our destination here. I'm surprised. It didn't take me quite as long as I thought it was going to. This guy, I think, wants to move over, or he's turning. We're going to try and slow down here. Grab the wall. I think that's what the lyric is. I don't know. I don't listen to that kind of music. I listen to... Actually, I wonder if this is going to surprise anybody. Most of you guys know I listen to mostly metal, dubstep. It's actually something too. So obviously, Twitch, everyone knows, has had some issues as of late with DMCA and stuff. So I've kind of returned to using the kind of music that I used before. That is all licensed, but it's also the music that I listen to. I've talked about it before. I get my music from Monster Cat, at least a good portion of it. There's also an artist, or I would say a composer, named Scott Buckley, and he does some insanely good, like, completely usable stuff, and it's just fantastic. It's where most of my intro music comes from, and he's one of my favorites too. Go check him out, small guy. Usually, if he's in my intro, you'll find a link in the description. He's not in this one. The intro for this series is Monster Cat, but the thing is with Monster Cat, I've actually been listening to their music for a long time. Like I said, I've talked about it before, so when you hear that, it's not just that I've licensed it for the shits and giggles. I do genuinely like that music, so keep that in mind. But we're going to see here. Is this a truck entrance? Nope. I'm going to assume I shouldn't go in there based on what the signs say. I actually made that mistake. Actually, I think I've been here before in another profile. Ah, nice. Nice pull-in. I'm okay with this. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to park this up, get ourselves unloaded here, and then see if maybe we can't get out of here and go park up somewhere for the night, since it didn't take me quite as long as I thought it was going to. There we go. We'll go ahead and shut her down, and I'll be right back. I might flip around here and we'll park against this fence. Actually, we can just pull in. We'll be okay. No, I'm gonna pull around. See, this is, again, I'm not good at making decisions. It's the worst part about, like, dating, because I can never make a decision myself, and we all know what certain other people, other things, that's gonna get me in trouble someday. Jesus, that was completely unintentional. It's gonna sound just horrific. But we all know, like, that's the argument is, oh, what do you want to eat? And when neither of you can make a damn decision, just like, yep, always fun. See if we can park up here on this fence. Whoops, curbed it. That's okay. We'll park right there for now and shut her down. Oh, it sounds like there's a train going by. Well, yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video. If you did, please do consider leaving a like. And let me know if you see a truck that maybe I've missed. Definitely leave recommendations. I know another one that I was considering was, I saw a car hauler, but I can't find that mod anywhere other than Facebook, and I don't use Facebook. If it's on Facebook, I'm not using it. If it's on the workshop, I'll use it. Unless it's like a paid mod, which, like Ruta's Peterbilt. I'm considering that one too. But yeah, if you see something, definitely let me know. Join the Discord. People drop stuff in there all the time. Great place to do that. You can find me on social media at Longhauler GMG on Twitter, Twitch, Snapchat, Instagram, all that fun stuff. TikTok too, if that's something you're interested in. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.